You've probably used the word AI this week, but if someone asked you to explain what it actually is, not ChatGPT specifically, but AI itself, could you? Most people can't. And honestly, that's not their fault. Let's fix that right now. Let's start with something you already understand: a calculator. You type in 47 times 83. It gives you 3,901. Every single time. Forever. It doesn't matter if you've been using that calculator for 30 years, it still has no idea what multiplication even means. It's just following a fixed set of rules someone programmed in. That's regular software. That's automation. It does exactly what it was told to do. Nothing more, nothing less. A thermostat, a traffic light, your dishwasher's timer, all of them are just calculators in a trench coat. They follow rules. Rules someone wrote down. Now imagine a kid learning math. On day one, she doesn't know what 47 times 83 is. But you show her examples. You explain how multiplication works. You give her practice problems, and she gets them wrong, and she corrects herself, and slowly, she builds something in her head. A kind of understanding, not a rule book, an actual mental model of how numbers relate to each other. That kid is the beginning of what AI actually is. The difference isn't the answer. The difference is whether anything learned to get there. Regular software follows rules someone else wrote. AI builds its own rules from examples. That one distinction is the whole ball game. So how does a machine actually learn? Here's the honest, jargon-free version. You feed it a mountain of examples. Millions of them. If you're teaching it to recognize photos of cats, you show it a million pictures labeled cat and a million labeled not the cat. It starts making guesses. It's wrong constantly at first, but every time it's wrong, it adjusts slightly and tries again. Think about how you learned to catch a baseball. Nobody handed you a physics textbook explaining arc trajectories and wind resistance. You just tried to catch it, dropped it, tried again. Your brain quietly updated its model of how a ball moves through the air, and after enough attempts, you stopped thinking about it. You just caught it. AI training is the same loop, just running millions of times per second on a computer instead of an afternoon in the backyard. Now here's the part that surprises most people. Once the training is done, the machine doesn't keep learning. ChatGPT isn't getting smarter every time you use it. It learned during training. That's over. What you're talking to now is the finished product. It's more like talking to someone who studied intensively for years and then graduated than it is like talking to someone who's currently reading the textbook. The studying happened. It's done. What's left is what's stuck. Here's why AI feels genuinely new, even if you've been using computers your whole life. Every app you've ever used has been brittle. Spell something wrong in a search bar, and an older search engine would just shrug. Ask your GPS something it wasn't programmed for, and it goes silent. Traditional software lives or dies by exact matches, exact inputs, exact rules, exact outputs. AI handles fuzzy. Ask ChatGPT. What's that pasta dish with the smoky red pepper sauce? I can't remember the name. And it knows you mean romesco. You didn't use the right keywords. You didn't know the right keywords. It didn't matter. That's because AI didn't memorize a lookup table. It built something more like intuition. Now this is also where AI gets dangerous if you're not careful. And I'll do a whole separate video on this. But the very thing that makes it flexible also makes it capable of being confidently wrong. Imagine the most well-read person you've ever met. Brilliant. Great memory. But if you ask them something they're not sure about, instead of saying, "I don't know," they give you their best guess with total confidence. That's AI in one sentence. Incredibly capable, and occasionally making things up without telling you. knowing that will save you from a lot of headaches. All right, we've earned the plain language definition. AI is software that learned how to do its job from examples, instead of being told exactly what to do with rules. That's it. A calculator was told the rules. A kid learning math found the rules herself. AI is the kid. Some AI is narrow. It only learned one thing. The AI that decides whether your credit card transaction looks fraudulent. Extremely good at that one job, completely useless at everything else. ChatGPT is what's called a large language model. It trained on an almost unimaginably large amount of text, basically a huge portion of the written internet, and got very good at language. Understanding it, generating it, translating it, summarizing it. That breadth is what makes it feel almost general purpose, like it can do anything. It can't, but it's a long way from your thermostat. And here's the thing I want you to walk away with. AI is not magic. It's not alive. It's not thinking the way you're thinking right now. It's an extremely sophisticated pattern-matching system that learned from examples. The mystery goes away when you see it for what it is. And honestly, what it actually is still pretty remarkable. Okay, 3 takeaways you can actually use. First, when AI gives you an answer, treat it like advice from a very well-read friend, not like a Google search result. A search result points to a source. AI generates an answer. Those are different things. Check anything important. Second, if AI seems to not understand what you're asking, don't use more technical language. Use more human language. More context. More detail. More, here's what I actually need. It was trained on how people talk, not on how people type into search bars. Third, when someone tells you AI is going to do everything or AI can't do anything real, both of those people are wrong. AI is a tool that learned from examples, and like any tool, it's extraordinary in the right hands for the right jobs and pretty useless or even harmful if you treat it like something it isn't. You now understand AI better than most people who use it every day. And that matters. If this made AI click for you, hit subscribe. Next week, we're tackling AI hallucinations. Why AI lies to your face and how to catch it. I'm Samwise. You're smarter than you were 8 minutes ago.